Hey, I'm Aja A, and welcome to Sunshine Haze. Don't forget to check out all the links that I have listed down in the description box, and if you like the video, please give me a little thumbs up. If you have any questions after the video is over, feel free to drop them down below. I try to respond to everyone. And if you all know people interested in astrology, numerology, tarot, or whatever I'm talking about on this channel, go on and send them this link. And don't forget to hit subscribe. And of course, thanks for tuning in and rocking with me. May this info help y'all live your best lives. Peace. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Yes, I am back with a lunar cycle tarot forecast for you. I'm sorry I did not get those videos up for the Taurus lunar cycle. I really tried, but you know, life comes at you fast. What can I say? This time around, this video is going to be for the Gemini lunar cycle. So we're talking about the beginning of June through the beginning of July, and it's going to be our typical 4-card spread, looking at the energy popping up for you guys, also looking at any obstacles or challenges you might be facing. What else? And because we're talking about Gemini, we're going to be looking at a card that talks about where y'all should be letting life lead you during this time. And then lastly, a quick little soul message or something extra for you to take away with you from this spread, okay? So I'm going to go on and get started, okay? Let's just do it. Go on and do it. Hey, do it. Do it till you're satisfied, whatever it is. And I actually feel like that's kind of a message with this reading here for you. So the first card that you have coming up in your spread is Divinity. And I want to talk about the numerology very quickly. It's the number 2. And if you know anything about the meaning of the number 2 or the energy that is associated with the number 2, it's all about balance and cohesiveness and bringing things together in harmony. And divinity is, you know, a little spark of spirituality coming in for you, Virgo. So I think this energy coming up for you during this time, during the Gemini lunar cycle, is coming in because you guys are getting ready to round out your year. We're getting ready to go into the summer season. So that means that your birthdays are going to be coming up in a couple months here, or y'all start in August. So yeah. So this card popping up here, I think is really just coming in with the message of synchronicity. So there are going to be a lot of things popping off for you or popping up for you during this next month that may seem, I don't believe in coincidence, but things may seem like they're coincidental to you. And you guys are Virgos, you're ruled by Mercury, so you tend to analyze things, but there are going to be some things popping up or some conversations being had or some energies, or you'll see some numbers or some animals or get some messages or some downloads or whatever during this next month that might have you kind of like wanting to try and figure things out, but you have to understand that things are happening as they should, when they should, how they should, in divine timing for you. So your energy is getting ready to shift because you're almost getting ready to go into a new, so you're getting ready to start wrapping things up. So that means that you have to start falling into alignment, and in order for you to be into alignment, you have to be synchronized. So synchronicity, pay a lot of attention, pay attention to synchronistic events and energies and things that come up for you during this next month. Also with this card, I feel like for you Virgos, you may come into this energy to where you just feel like your intuition is popping. You may feel a push to be work a little bit more on your spirituality or your personal growth or whatever it is that you dip and dabble in. You might, I'm not a religious person. I'm a very spiritual person, but if you're religious, you might find yourself wanting to read a little bit more of your religion's texts, or, you know, if you're not, you might find yourself wanting to meditate a little bit more to get more in tune or in touch with yourself. Those are energies coming up for you during this time. Again, remember, talking about you're getting ready to have to fall into alignment with yourself, your higher self, your highest good. So you have this spiritual energy of divinity coming in, and also like I said, pay attention to your intuition as well, okay? All right, the next card that I have coming up for you Virgos is in the position of what could be a crossing energy or an obstacle that you might be facing during the next month. And the card that you've got coming up is Simbi, and this is the 8 of Air. It's a Rada card in this deck, and it's very interesting because you guys are an earth sign, but you resonate with this energy, this intellectual energy. You guys are very analytical, so I consider you guys the earth sign that resonates with a little bit of air energy. So this card coming up, I feel like, points to you, Virgo. being in the crossing position is carrying the energy of overanalyzing things and making things a little bit more difficult than they need to be. That does not surprise me with this divinity card coming up here, because as I said, things are going to be popping up for you and you're going to want to figure them out, but you kind of just have to, like I was saying with this Gemini energy, let life lead you to where you're going to be going, okay? So as things pop up, as things start to fall into place, even though it doesn't seem like it, or as these synchronistic things come in, instead of trying to break things down and figure things out, new science and math or whatever, like I said, let life lead you. Don't be resistant to your change. This card coming up here, you trying to figure all these things out, overcomplicating things, is actually a form of resistance to what you're falling into alignment with. Your little soul, your little spirit is like, hey, our birthday's coming up. We want to get ready to start the year in the way that we want the rest of the year to go. So this is what needs to happen. This is what's going to happen. You in the physical, you're like, oh, well, what's happening here? And why is this happening here? Well, that doesn't make sense. So I want to do this like this. Don't be your own resistance. Don't be your own obstacle. I talk about that in a lot of my videos. We sometimes get into these spaces and places to where we're like, things are not moving for us. What is it? And it's us. So don't be your own obstacle here, Virgo. Let life lead you. Actually tap into this Gemini energy and just kind of go wherever the wind blows you. Geminis are known for being able to adapt very easily and very quickly. So try and tap into that, okay? Because you don't want to stop what you're supposed to be coming into alignment with. I need some water. Excuse me. Okay. The next card that y'all have coming up in your spread is in the position of that Gemini energy. Where do you need to let life lead you for this next month? And you've got Zetoile. And this is the star card in this deck. This energy popping up here, I believe, is a message for you to return to self. Like I said, stop overthinking, stop trying to figure everything out, Virgo. Again, just let life lead you. As you fall into alignment with this energy here, you are, like I said, you're getting ready to start your new year. And if you look at the imagery on this card, it's a little baby inside of an egg with the cosmos swirling around it. So for you, Virgo, you kind of need to take a step back as you get ready to round out your year. You need to regroup. And I was talking about meditating earlier. I think I was using it as an example, but using that as an example now, you need to take a little bit of time to realign yourself with what makes you happy, what makes you feel good, what makes you feel at peace, because again, you're getting ready to come into a new chapter in a couple months here, and you want to step forward in the way, like I said, you want to see your whole year go. So this card here tells me, Virgo, you're Earth, so I know you guys are always working, always putting your energy into something, always have your hands on something, always trying to figure something out. During this next month, try to take a little bit of a break from that and reconnect with you, whatever that means to you. You know, if you're Earth, so you might want to go on a hike, you might want to go sit in the grass or something and go have a picnic, or, you know, if that means, like I said, meditate. If that means taking a trip to go see family and friends to bring yourself back to your center, then go and do that. Whatever that means to you, take a little bit of time to regroup and get back to you, if that makes sense. It should make sense. All right, y'all. The last card that you have in your spread, and yes, I have a new deck, the Secret Language of Color. I actually have it linked down below if y'all are interested in checking it out, or if you want your own copy. Is very, very, very cheap. So, I mean, like, if you like it, get it. I would definitely suggest it. And I like that it has messages on it, and it also has numerology on it as well. Oh, I didn't even see. Come through, Virgo. Okay, so the last card that you have in your spread is in the position of the soul message, something extra for you to take away with you from this spread. And you've got the lavender card here. And before I get started on the message, you've got 44. So off bat, that breaks down to 8, and you've got that 4 amplified coming up 2 times. All about cycles, all about infinity, all about karma. So for you, Virgo, this really is a time for you to circle back, circle around, and figure out what you need to fix, or what you need to get rid of, or what you need to do, again, to get yourself ready to realign with your highest good, okay? Now, the message on this card is to connect to the mind, body, and soul, or connect to the body, mind, and soul. So what I just said, Virgo, this next month for you is really all about you. People tend to call other people selfish when they give themselves a little bit of love, but it's important to always remember that you can't do shit for anybody else unless you're in a good spot yourself. So take the month of June as we wrap up the spring and get ready to go into I was gonna say the winter. Look at me, I'm tripping. Take the month of June as we wrap up the spring and get ready to go into the summer, to give yourself some love, to give yourself some time. If you need to take a couple sick days, take a couple sick days. If you need to take a walk, take a walk. If you need to move yourself away from your family and friends or the people that you work with or the people that you're normally surrounded by, do that. It's okay, Virgo, to give yourself some love. The message for you for this next month under the energy of Gemini actually is to tend to yourself, Virgo. So it's, don't feel bad if you feel like you're pulling your energy away from others or from certain things right now during this time. You need to actually, in order to, clear it up, rejuvenate, all that good stuff. It is okay to be selfish. It is okay to love yourself, and it is okay to actually do things in the physical that exhibit that self-love, if that makes sense. All right. Okay, Virgo, that's your spread. I hope that resonated with y'all. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to drop them down below. You can also book a personal reading with me. I've got my Etsy shop link down below. I also have the spring season, the vernal equinox tarot forecast up. We got a couple weeks left. If you want to check those out for some reflection or catch the last couple of weeks, you might still be dealing with that energy that I'm talking about in those videos. And then also check out the Gemini lunar cycle video. I have that link down below as well if you're interested in learning about the collective energies that we'll be dealing with for the next month under this sign in this lunar cycle. All right, that's it, you guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.